Our first camping night in a national forest. Ooh.
That was a big hole. Yes, it was. Hey guys, I'm Taylor and this is Kevin. And for the last 45 days, we've been traveling from our home state of New Jersey to Key West, Florida, while visiting every coastal town along the way.
In the last episode, we left the Outer Banks exploring Ocracoke Island and taking the ferry back to the mainland. We're starting today's episode off right where we left you, heading back to Atlantic Beach for meeting way too many donuts.
Oh, I love this one with the brick, I think.
Wow, look at that thing.
One's so pretty. So pretty.
So we made it back to Atlantic Beach after having delicious donuts from Two Crazy Donuts, all the way up in New Bern. But it's not really a beach day that we were hoping for. This is really windy outside and cloudy, and it's actually drizzling a little bit.
This little place?
But we're turning it into a house tour through the island and seeing which house we like the best. So, not bad.
Atlantic Beach, super cute. Has such cute houses on the island.
It does.
I think these might be my favorite houses so far, other than Rehoboth.
Yeah? Other than Rehoboth?
I think so.
Rehoboth was your top. It beats the Outer Banks and stuff?
Well, those all start to look
They're
the
just,
same,
like, so
and they're just
crazy.
so big and massive
Yeah.
that it's just like, these are like cute little family homes. Like, I feel like a cute, nice, sweet family lives in that home.
Lives full time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they just are totally, wow, look at this blue thing. Even I like this blue one, Kev. You love blue. Wow. Where's the door though? Oh god. Does anybody else have a thing about front doors? Like, if they're not directly on the front of the house, it makes me not like the house. There's something about the front, what's it called? Curb appeal. That's the word I'm looking for.
Curb appeal.
A front door in the front of the house, it just adds to the curb appeal.
So Taylor's goal eventually is to start working in real estate, whether that be a real estate agent, an interior designer, or a stager. So eventually you might see that type of content on the channel after we get sick of living in a van for a bit and traveling. Taylor does have a really good taste for interior design, hence why
Thanks, honey.
people like stop sign. Hence why our van, I would say at least, is pretty well designed.
I love this little town. It is so cute. Look at that. Like,
That's
so sick.
Sweet. Our first camping night in a national forest. Dispersed camping.
it's muddy.
Nature camping, baby. Ooh.
That was a big hole. Yes, it was.
Oh. Here we go.
2.3 miles on this?
Yeah, baby. We're going deep. All right, so we just pulled up to our campsite and we are camping in the Croatian National Forest. And there's free dispersed camping up to 14 days, which is kind of crazy. And we took this sketchy dirt road all the way here. There's a lot of potholes. The van was rocking and it ended up being really nice. There's actually a bathroom here. There's like 3 other camp spots. There's a little trail and we're right down by the water. It's really calm and peaceful. I'm digging it. But we're just hanging out here for one night and we're probably just gonna bunker down and get some work done, lay low for a little bit and have a nice dinner. We had to move spots because if you can hear, there's acorns from these trees that are dropping pretty regularly. So I didn't want acorns to drop from these high trees and land on the van, dent it, potentially break the solar panels. I'm sure they'd be all right, but I just didn't want to take that risk. So we moved right here. There's a couple in a van right next to us who were generous enough to let us kind of take the water view, which we didn't have originally. And it was really nice. We had 2 acorns land on the van. I went on top, didn't see any dents. So life is pretty good. Check out this view. Okay, so we have 2 miles on the gravel road from the campsite to the main road, and we are trying to go to the gym today because we ate a lot of donuts with 2 crazy donuts yesterday. Although they were good, we feel like we need to burn some calories, so we're gonna go off to the gym and then hopefully check out a distillery and try some moonshine. All right, so we just wrapped up the gym and had breakfast in the van. And now we just pulled up to a Harvest Host. Even though we're not staying here tonight, it is a moonshine distillery, and I have yet to have moonshine. Taylor has tried it once, but we want to try the real thing here in North Carolina. So here we are at Waltons Distillery.
Oh. I came down from Kentucky, a place called Breezy Creek. That cornbread and buttermilk was all I had to eat. I have served my country, worked for Uncle Sam, but cornbread and buttermilk made me what I am. Oh, give me
While at the distillery, we were lucky enough to get a tour and learn more about how moonshine is made. Gray showed us each step of the distilling process, starting with the mash, which is a mixture of wheat bran, rye, cornmeal, sugar, water, and yeast that gets fermented into alcohol.
Except it's not made out of hops. So this is wheat bran, rye, corn.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of
That's pretty good.
Is it good? What's it taste like?
It tastes like a flat beer kind of, like without the carbonation.
Wow.
Try it. Yeah, it's good.
Wow. That's delicious.
Yeah. Then they take the fermented mash into a boiling chamber to vaporize the alcohol, to purify it, and then condense it back down into liquid form that you see here flown into the tub. After the tour, we had a chance to taste all of the flavors that they offer, and it was delicious.
You guys opposed to that, or you good with that? I'm really limited on how much I can pour, so even after all 9 products, you only drink about an ounce worth total.
Oh, give me that cornbread and buttermilk, a country boy's delight.
Alright, so we just wrapped up at Waltons Distillery. Gray was awesome. He is the vice president of the distillery, and he gave us the most in-depth tour. Everything from the moonshine to the bourbon and the whiskey, we had it all. And then afterwards, Kristen gave us an awesome tasting, and then we purchased some goodies for some family members for the upcoming holidays, and some stuff for us to enjoy with the fam.
If you're coming through North Carolina and on your way to Wilmington or Myrtle Beach, we recommend coming here. If you're part of the Harvest Host, you could park right in the back. They have plenty of land and a lot of space.
They're super nice.
And they're super nice, yeah. Super outgoing, super welcome.
I want you to get the full experience for sure. So
Highly recommend. So we're currently at North Topsail Beach after coming from the distillery in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And we came all the way to the tippy point, north point of North Topsail Beach, and we'll make our way south through Surf City and Topsail Beach. And we're here at the inlet, and it's pretty cool. You can tell which tide it is moving towards based on the way the water is flowing. So the water is currently going from the bay to the ocean, so it's low tide and pulling the water out of the bay into the ocean and going to a high tide, probably on the other side of the coast, maybe Europe or something like that. But it's pretty cool watching the water flow. Is that honey roasted peanut butter?
The end.
The end? That's all of it?
That's all of it.
Oh, I am excited. This honey nut roasted peanut butter is so good with an apple. A little dry at the bottom of the
yeah, very dry.
jar. It's hard to stick. So right over there is the North Topsail Fishing Pier. It's private, not public. No beach access. And to go onto the pier, they charge you $1, which is kind of interesting that you can't walk on it. A lot of piers up here, down here in North Carolina, require you to pay as a spectator. It's only $1 or $2, but it's still annoying. But can't go on the dunes. So that's why I have the deck here to check the waves. Not worry about a thing. Or I could just go walk on that. Good morning, everybody. Today we are in Wrightsville Beach as we made our way south from Topsail this morning.
Topsail.
And now we're checking out this island, which might be my favorite along the coast so far. It's got everything that I'm looking for, with nice bay houses with a good deck right on the water, not a lot of marsh, and you're close to a decent surfing beach. So things are looking good. The only bad thing is that it's really, really expensive. Thoughts?
I'm sold.
You're sold?
I like it here. Is the water always this clear and blue?
Yes.
So nice.
So if we're looking up houses right now, I think the cheapest house is at least, if it's not on the water, on the beach, it's going to be around like 800 to 900,000, especially with this crazy market. And our goal one day is to get on the bay. And the reason for that is because you can always go to a beach. You can drive to a beach, whatever. But if you have a boat, which is something that we would like to have, then if you don't have a bay house, you have to drive to a marina. So being able to get on a boat right from your backyard is something that I've always wanted, and I think would be a nice little luxury, or a really big luxury.
Really big luxury. I agree.
So there's two piers in Wrightsville. We're on the south side one, which is called Oceanic. And down here, it's a little bit more deserty. I would say there's
cacti on the beach.
Yeah, there's...
I was so thrown off by that, by the way. I meant to say something to you when I walked down.
Yeah, so the beachfront houses have like a good amount of dunes in front of it, which is different from the north end. So different experiences on the island.
I'm gonna go
Me too. I think the Bay area is nice down there, up there.
The beach I feel like is nice everywhere.
Yeah, agree.
Now we're off to get some coffee, have some breakfast, maybe take you on a little tour. Nicholas Sparks, One Tree Hill, you know, all the good shows, movies. What more could we need?
Yeah.
Did you say?
Yeah, real psyched.
I just looked up where Nicholas Sparks filmed all his movies. Don't worry, 90% of them are in Wilmington, so we have the day cut out for us.
Perfect, can't wait. Does such a good job taking care of me. She's carrying the drone bag here. Not sure what I would do without her.
That's sweet. I don't know what I'd do without you either. Life would be so boring. So I just got my first coffee from outside of the van in 12 days. And it was from the workshop in Wrightsville Beach, and it was the cutest little coffee shop. The girl inside was so sweet. They have the cutest apparel, and the coffee's delicious.
So Taylor is currently trying to get pictures of all these houses. I forget what show it is, but this is what life is like when your wife is super excited about all the places in a TV show. Behind the scenes, there's Taylor right there. Getting that shot, man. Running.
Can you guys see myself up?
What is the show?
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill.
This is the Scott's family home where Nathan grew up and Deb and Dan lived.
Wow.
And it looks just like it did in the show.
Wow. So Taylor corrected me, it's One Tree Hill, and she is pretty damn excited about this.
It was my favorite show growing up. My sister, my dad, we all watched it. So this is like a huge childhood dream right now.
So we have about 10 more stops, and I think Taylor is collecting photos and stuff so she could put together a blog post and share them with you guys. And this is what it's like. Smelly armpits, and I'm just kidding, her armpits smell like flowers. Alright, so we just got to Wilmington.
We are headed to the Dixie Grill and Nailing Table. And I'm so excited. We have made it. The Nailing Table.
This was in the TV show?
Multiple times.
Wow.
This table right here was where Nathan Scott gave Haley the bracelet from the Cracker Jack box.
Wow.
And said, don't say I never gave you anything.
Wow, don't say I never took you anywhere. In the plush. Of course.
Alright. Thank you so much.
So, by random, due to the, what's the show called again? One Tree Hill tour, we were stopping at the USS North Carolina battleship, which is the most decorated battleship of World War II, and apparently the tour is really, really good. So this is just by random, we're going for it.
So he's grateful for the One Tree Hill tour, guys. He is
Yep.
happy to be on it.
Yeah. Turned out to be a hidden gem.
Go out so I can go to bed. How will you get some rest if you can't learn to let go? Sitting on the edge, trying not to fall into something.
So like I mentioned, visiting the USS North Carolina was completely unexpected. It's amazing to see what life on board was like, and I can't imagine being out at sea on one of these battleships, especially during a time of war. It's interesting to see that they had every necessity, like the cafeteria, the barber shop, the tailor, post office, pharmacy, dentist, doctor's office, and more.
There's a fire still burning for you. There's a waterway waiting to explode.
They take showers like we do. Rinse up, turn the water off, soap up, turn the water back on.
It's time to move on, time to wash my hands.
But then you also see the guns, the turrets, and the ammunition, which makes it real. I'm grateful for every Navy sailor, Marine, and soldier of our military that paved the way for our freedom. To every active duty member and veteran, thank you. We're forever grateful.
Alright, so we just got off the USS North Carolina and we are headed to our friend's house for the night. Planning on getting some dinner, maybe a few drinks, and just hanging out. We also finished our One Tree Hill tour. That'll be up on the blog eventually. It's really cool, and I definitely recommend, if you're a One Tree Hill fan, to check it out. We'll probably post a little pictures on a blog.
Join us Tuesday as we make our way to the historic town of Southport, try some fish and chips along the water, and have our last donut review before making our way into South Carolina.